Welcome to Pristis. I'm Renae Cody, and today we're going to be unboxing the Joolz Aer Stroller that you can see behind me. I've never actually seen the Joolz Aer in person until today, and it is absolutely beautiful. So let's get to the unboxing. But first, if you are interested in purchasing the Joolz Aer Stroller, we have it in our shop at pristis.com. I'll have a link below in the description. Our shop is different because we guarantee that your product will arrive in a brand new, unopened, never before used or opened box directly from the brand Joolz themselves. I personally have experienced the opposite of that, where I received a used product, and that's actually the whole reason I started Pristis. Now on with the unboxing. All right, here is the Joolz Aer, and it is supposed to be the most travel-friendly stroller ever, and I have seen quite a few strollers, so I will probably be able to be the judge of that. You're supposed to be able to travel with it on airplanes even, like it's supposed to be compact enough to put inside the storage bin above inside an airplane. And those flight attendants can be really, really tricky. So we'll see how I feel about that once I unbox it. All right, so this is the first thing that came with the Joolz Aer, and it's just a beautiful insert here with additional information and where to follow them. And then of course they included an invoice as well. All right, let's cut the box open. The box itself looks really cool, and they made it so that you could make an airplane out of the box after you open it up, so you can recycle the box. If you have older kids than your baby, that is really, really fun. And I actually have a 10-year-old that I know will be obsessed with this box, and it will be turned into an airplane quite shortly after school today. All right, we have a registration in the box for any recalls. It is important to fill those out because if there's any recalls, if there's something dangerous about the stroller that they find, you are definitely going to want to know about it. And then here is the beautiful manual. I just am obsessed with how they packaged the manual in with the stroller right on top. On other strollers, I've found that it's either taped to the stroller in a place or just thrown into the box. This one was just in such a cool place, easy to find. And then I was so shocked at the luxury of how they packaged this stroller and how the stroller is supposed to be travel friendly. So of course they include this gigantic red bag that you can travel with the stroller with, which is really cool because if you're going to travel with the stroller and it's supposed to be a travel stroller, you're going to want to keep it in good condition away from dings, because this truly is a luxury product, which I didn't really understand until I opened it. My first impression was like, whoa, this is a really, really nice stroller. It seems every material has been thought out really, really well. So this red bag impressed me in addition to everything else. It is not a cheap bag, and it is one that I would keep myself with the stroller. Unstringing it is really, really easy. The stroller is nicely packed in there. Looks like there's something else in the stroller. I believe this is the rain cover that comes with the stroller, and they packaged it in tissue paper, obviously. Also a really good move to include that totally for free, as it's supposed to be a travel stroller. And it's just basic plastic, but it is really nice to have. All right, it's packed really well inside. I wish there's words to say like how well thought out the packaging inside the bag was. It's not too tight, not too loose. It's just right. All right, as I take it out, I'm totally impressed that this thing can stand on its own, which is what they advertised, but you know, sometimes companies will advertise something and you don't really know how true it is, but this thing stood on its own easily without any problems whatsoever. And it was gorgeous. It seems as folded as like a folding chair that you would find at church or an event or like a football game. I had no idea how this thing was going to suddenly pop up and turn into a stroller. Be really careful taking off the handle padding. I was really worried I was going to cut through to the stroller, but there really is no other way of taking that off besides a knife or scissors. So just be really careful with that so that you don't ruin your luxury product. The first thing that I noticed, if you can see like the back of the Joolz stroller there, is the material is absolutely luxury. It is so beautiful. It is definitely, I don't know if you're going for this, but it's definitely like a status symbol. Anybody seeing it is like, that's an expensive stroller right there. Nobody's gonna be fooled there. They protected the wheels really, really well with the cardboard. I was really impressed with that. And the wheels are really nice. Now the wheels aren't as big as like the Duna stroller or the Nuna stroller. These are definitely smaller wheels, but again, this is supposed to be a travel stroller. So of course, everything's going to be a little bit smaller. The one thing that I noticed they didn't skimp on is the padding of the seat, which I'll get into in just a second. So this stroller, you're supposed to be able to unwrap it, and I say unwrap. You're supposed to be able to pop it up and pop it back down, so expand and collapse it with one hand. And you can see right here that I had a little bit of trouble the very first time doing that, but it did eventually work. And it took me maybe 3 or 4 times of expanding it and collapsing it before I got it just right. But really, if you do it 3 or 4 times, you got it for forever. You don't have to worry about like it just works. It just works. But it does take 3 or 4 times of practice to like feel the function of the stroller to make it do that for you. But being able to have that functionality, anybody who's ever been a parent with one baby on your hip at all times knows how invaluable that is to be able to collapse and expand a stroller with one hand. Now, the one thing that I noticed about the clips of the stroller is it's another luxury portion of the stroller. It's really cool that the clips go into 4 different sections of the base of the clips that they clip into. Usually something that's secure with different parts going up from the bottom and the upper parts. The first 2 parts, like the side and the bottom, connect together and then into the clicky thing. That's the technical term, clicky thing. But this stroller is unique in that it clips into 4 different sections of the clippy thing. So you don't have to worry about it connecting to other parts before clicking it in, which truly was a luxury thing in and of itself. It was really a nice thought out feature. Now, if you can see, I'm trying to expand and collapse it again, and it took me a couple times. This truly, you're watching my first impressions here of trying to do it. Now, the stroller itself, to expand it and collapse it, you use the same 2 buttons. There are 2 buttons, and one you push with your thumb, the other with the bottom of your hand, and you're gonna do that for expanding and collapsing it. Other strollers will have one feature for collapsing and then another feature for expanding. This one, it's the same for both. So that's a really nice feature. And then there's a deep pocket in the back. And then you can also unzip the entire back to lay down the child seat a little bit. So that's kind of how your child can lay down. Like if you're in the airport and your child's really tired, wants to lay down a little bit, just unzip the back and push it back like that. Now, my favorite part about this stroller that I have to say is superior to the stroller that I personally picked and purchased before seeing this one, and superior to the Nuna, superior to the Duna, is the child seat padding. And they even have a patent pending on it. The padding of the child seat, and this same padding is in the back of the child seat. It's at the bottom of the child seat, and it's also in these shoulder pads. And the padding is so soft that I had a hard time not sitting in the stroller to test it out myself. That's how soft it was. I thought, why can't they make some adult chairs out of this stuff? It is really luxury padding for a baby. There is no baby gonna complain about that. I've never been one to say that you need more than one stroller except for on the go. Like you need one staple stroller, but then you will always need that travel stroller. And before, when I was kind of struggling for a substantial income, I had like little cheap $5 to $10 umbrella strollers, and my babies did okay in that. But now that I have more of an income coming in and I can really treat my baby, like, you know, spoil my baby, the Joolz Aer is definitely one that I will be using personally for my own 4-month-old right now. The stroller might even be more for a 6-month-old and older. I have to look into that more because it is definitely like upright. My own baby's to the point where she can sit up, so as mom, I'm making a judgment that it's okay for her. And I can't wait for her to try it. She's asleep in the other room, so I can't put her in it yet, but I will definitely be showing you guys once I put her in it, her reaction, because I just know she's going to love the padding better than anything she's sat on. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like. Remember, each like helps pay for the next product review for you or the next unboxing. And if you would like to purchase the Joolz Aer, you can do so in my shop at pristis.com. guaranteed to be unopened, brand new, and direct from Joolz themselves. We are very grateful that Joolz has decided to partner with us, and I will see you in the next video.